Time for the grand final! Best of 5 series between Raspiedol and Don't Tell Bishops. It's gonna be an interesting dynamic here, and I have to talk about the best of 5 rules a bit more in a moment, but let's introduce our players first. On the left, we have Makotzel for Raspiedol, the team that came in from the winner bracket on Junkrat. Bronic on Morales, Ether on Blaze, we got a Richo on Suljin, and Cesabos on Kel'Thuzad. Over on the right side, Don't Tell Bishops with Renella on Liming. We got Miriala on Deckard Cain, Morenas on Muradin, Lopaka on Nazeebo, and Darinushka on Oriel. And I am shocked, honestly, that this wasn't vetoed. But there's a couple of things to talk about, so let's do that right now. We have, first of all, a double support for the red team. But the team that comes from the winner bracket is Raspiedol, and they have 2 vetoes. Whereas the team that comes from the loser bracket has only 1. So essentially what you can do if you are looking here at the ARAM, at the Brawl, and you're just saying, well, the heroes that we got are absolute garbage, or what our opponent got is absolute top tier, god tier, then you have a veto available where you can just say like, yeah, we don't want to play that, let's reshuffle and let's restart. And I'm actually a little bit amazed that the red team decided to not use their veto, because having Morales plus Suljin is pretty incredible. You have Stim Drone for Suljin, who starts off with Recklessness and is still the god of ARAMs in general. And then you have Kel'Thuzad behind him too, which is offering you a lot of control as well. So just given that, I would say Raspiedol is off to an amazing start. And personally, I expected the veto to be used by Don't Tell Bishops. Maybe the reasoning for them here is simply that since they only have 1 in a best of 5, they didn't want to use it. So already 2 kills to 0, and I really think this is going to be a very tough game for Don't Tell Bishops. That being said, they did an amazing job in the losers final to get into this match, to get the rematch here against their opponents from the winner bracket final, because these teams already faced off against each other once. But yeah, quite impressed by Don't Tell Bishops, but let's see if they can actually go all the way here with this one. Again, this is also more of a community tournament. We have another big tournament coming up for North America very soon. It will be played out on the NA server, and we have, of course, some more NA-friendly starting times. European players and Korean players are still totally welcome to play, but they have to play cross-server, essentially, players from the Asian realm. But the tournament will be a little bit more NA focused, but this is really just for fun mostly. The winner gets some incredible hot butter through cheese merch, which is finally available. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you check it out. We have also an incredible hot butter through cheese apron in the shop. The link can be found in the description of the video. But yeah, very happy with how the merch came together, and I'm definitely going to get at least 1 of the mugs for myself, maybe even 2. A couple of different color variations I'm currently debating. Either way, with that being the big prize, the teams are of course going to give their all here. I mean, they're really going to give their all. They're going to go all out, because what is money good for if not, well, who wants money, who wants prize money if we can get some hot butter through cheese merch? Nobody, of course. Raspiedol with kill number 3, and this is going to be the 4th one. Don't think that they're going to have a chance to take Suljin out here, so yep, he's still alive and kicking. Muradin has, as expected, fallen. That's 14 stacks now also for Suljin, so he is going to get very quickly to his range increase at 15 stacks, and then can work on his double swing. 4 kills to 0, level 7 is about to kick in, of course, too. And yeah, with the wall opened up, and Suljin getting more and more stacks together here, I'll tell you, this is going to be rough. The control that Cesabos brings with Kel'Thuzad just adds more to the problem. You have the stuns with the jet propulsion from Blaze, and then on top of that, you have Kel'Thuzad just following up on this over and over and over again. 20 stacks for the baseline on Kel'Thuzad. He wants the additional spell power here as they're slowly starting to work on the fort. Now there's obviously Nazeebo on the other side. He has 32 stacks on his baseline, but it's pretty rough to get him to Violent Infection and ARAM. Very often the talent isn't even chosen because of how things go. But at this point, with 5 kills to 0 and a 1 level advantage, the game is firmly in the hands of the blue team. Double swing for the Axis isn't available yet, but he went into stacking with Arcanite Axis. We've seen both variations now for Suljin. We've seen Arcanite Axis, and we've also seen the added attack speed to focus more onto the single targets with auto attacks. And damn, that single target right there. Nazeebo, totally a prime target for Suljin in this situation. Delivered by Junkrat and he could get 3 hits in without a problem in the world. Another attack over here towards the top right, this time by Khaldor, nearly taking Ranella out. That's of course one of the hopes that the red team has, that they can still leverage Ranella's resets, get those with Li Ming and bring the game back here. Could be possible. It's definitely an option. But if they can really pull it off, different question. We'll have to see, especially after level 10 hits, I suppose. The problem for the red team is, of course, that Rospidol is going to get their heroic ability so much sooner that they will be able to pushing for that fort without any real problems. And 25 stacks on Sul'jin already indicates that he's going to get the double swing very, very soon, helping him to stack level 7 and even add a bit of additional AoE damage to the mix here. So, at this point, we're getting, heroics in. That's Bunker, of course. Riptire is in the house. Shadow Fissure. Sul'jin should still go for Tazdingo, though. I'm always a bit worried when I see a Sul'jin player not picking his ult quickly, because it could indicate that he goes for Guillotine instead. And while that is a very fun talent to take, it's not necessarily... Yeah, there it is. It's not necessarily what you expect if you are really trying to win the game. So, yeah, let's see. Either way, 6 kills to 0. Can they add more here? I expected them to really go full all out onto the fort once that they have level 10. That hasn't happened yet. So, now, level 10 is going to drop into the hands of Don't Tell Bishop. They're catching up in heroic abilities here. Nice stun. Follow-up attempt with the slow. They're all a little bit too slow to isolate Muradin further. That would have been pretty nice for Sul'jin to get to the 30 stacks and complete that part. Level 10 kicks in. Okay, that gives us Avatar. Stay a while and listen is ready as well. Nice, good connect against Muradin again, and Sul'jin is taking full advantage of the stim drone that has been given by him. Eats the Stormbolt though, that slows it down a bit. But still, attack after attack. And the hit from the Guillotine. Not strong enough here. But the idea, of course, being that you can start targeting either Deckard Cain or Nazeebo whenever they self-stun by using their own ult. So if he is able to use that properly, it could really help them. The 31 stacks for Sul'jin also allow them for the double swing now. So that's going to increase the stacks pretty quickly on the level 7 talent. Those Arcanite axes are going to hurt pretty much as the game continues. But then again, either way, the red team is starting to fight back a little bit. I personally don't really... Again, for me personally, the draft on the red team or the blue team side is so much better. And I think the main reason why the red team didn't veto it is because they only have a veto and wanted to save it for a bit later. Sul'jin gets teed up, uses the Guillotine and gets a beautiful kill with it, and starts to just whack away against Lopaka. Nazeebo is trying to get out here, is dodging as much of the slows as he possibly can, but eventually gets body blocked, and Sul'jin takes advantage of that right away, drops him, gets the stacks in, and they are now going for that fort. I mean, they will 100%. They have the minion wave coming in, 9 kills to 1, and they're just looking way too strong right now. Looking at the damage output, and Sul'jin is not quite top damage in the game just yet, but he's really working it. 29,000 for him. Li Ming is a little bit higher up, but eventually he's going to take over here. Especially, of course, as he increases the damage. Oh, nice little play there with Guillotine. Gets the fort sniped at least. They're taking the fort out. That was already sexy. Li Ming gets killed too. That's going to make her attempt to lead the leaderboard in damage numbers a bit more difficult because, well, can't do any damage when you're dead. Sul'jin could go in and do his thing. But, yeah, there's another quick swing. Another hit connects. 25 stacks now on his level 7. They poke well from a distance here. Eager, of course, to also get a little bit of vision. Take down the first tower on the side wall, so now they have some vision behind what's happening on the gate. If you know that there's 5 heroes behind it, you always got to be careful that you're not all of a sudden getting jumped and killed. But Muradin at the front again, and Sul'jin with the damage. Aegis, though, timing not really working out, but Riptire straight into Muradin's face. Few more attacks by Sul'jin. Here comes the Ravenous Spirit. Yeah, they're gonna be fine here. Sul'jin is still totally fine. 36 stacks for him now, and 29. They go for Muradin again, and that poor dwarf up at the front just doesn't stand a chance. Budget Gimli is getting murdered once more. It's just stun after stun after stun, a couple of slows included in the mix as well. And even with him rocking Avatar here, he just can't survive through all of this. So Ranella gets attacked again, waits for the cooldown to come back, at least receives the heal, so that helps. They keep Li Ming alive, but yeah, it's just nasty. Level 20, sorry, level 16 is ready. Yeah, level 20. That would be quite the lead. 7-level lead. Damn. But it's a 3-level lead right now. Suljin and also the Khaldor with another quick kill against Deck Arcane. Then we go for Nazeebo. That's 2 heroes down. They go for Muradin. And Muradin again, no chance. He doesn't have his jump. He dies. 41 stacks now for Suljin. And they have so much damage here right now. It is just, I mean, they're crushing it. They're absolutely crushing it. Khaldor had such a fantastic run in the winner bracket already. And now in the grand final, it seems like they're going to be able to take the lead in the best of 5 series. Yeah, 14 kills to 1. They've obviously, I mean, again, they are a full team, right? This is one of the things that probably amazed me the most about the ARAM tournament, and I mentioned it in previous matches, but that we have so many of the top players in the game still signing up, even though this is more for fun than anything else. It's just incredible to me. Hey, it's really cool. Li Ming gets murdered, so she's down. Gets absolutely flattened by the guillotine. He gets mad value, by the way, out of this. This is probably the best value I've ever seen Suljin have with the guillotine in an ARAM game, yeah. Whoa, that double kill. 17-1 right now. Some insane plays from them. Muradin caught on the wrong side, but they want the keep, and spoiler alert, they're gonna get the keep. This keep's gone. 3 levels ahead, another jet propulsion connects, and all of this is just working out so beautifully well for them. Muradin is still in the back here. Stim drone on Suljin. Gets a few more hits connected, but eats the Stormbolt too, which obviously slows him down. But he's now at 45 stacks, 38 stacks. They're just covering all the entrances now. And Muradin, he might even be able to jump over here, but of course he is gonna fall. And yep, there's that. But they want the kills now. They want the kills, they're getting the kills. And I have to come back to exactly what I said at the beginning of the game. I personally am blown away by the fact that they did not veto this. I would have vetoed that draft the second I saw it, because Suljin, Morales, Khaldor, Junkrat, I mean, again, this is incredible. The only thing that they were lacking is a main tank, but they got Blaze doubling as a main tank right now, and that worked well too. Ritual is starting to just simply go for it here with the damage. Still has Muradin as another target, so he can pad his stats a little bit more. Li Ming is already gone. Bam, there's another quick hit. Gets the net out with 13, and then is able to take Muradin apart. And that's all she wrote, essentially. So, game number 1 is going to go over to Khaldor. They lose Junkrat here, but I do not think that this defense is going to be successful. 3 defenders, 4 attackers. Suljin, really doesn't have Tastingo, so he can't just simply YOLO in on it. But there's again the Stim Drone. Their Stim Drone timings are, by the way, atrocious. Every single time that the Stim Drone gets used, Suljin just like kneels and starts healing. So yeah, he kneels and is utterly useless. A little bit like Colin Kaepernick. 22 kills to 2. Whip into the wall. Nice. And that is a defense for now, for the time being. So Blaze is gone. They're going for Li Ming. Yeah, Li Ming. Not really a whole lot that they are getting there, unfortunately. She died 7 times. No, 6 times. 7 deaths on Muradin and on Nazeebo. Morales is now also gone. I think they were trolling a little bit too much. And there he is. A man on a mission. And that is game. Suljin is going to go for the big W, ladies and gentlemen. That's a win. They're coming back trying to defend. Well, actually, they're going to... That's not game. He doesn't have Tastingo. He doesn't have Tastingo, so it's not game. I keep forgetting that it's Guillotine. He should have used Guillotine. Last time I checked, Guillotine does damage to structures, right? Am I crazy? Did it earlier with it. Yeah, of course. So he should at least use it. But we'll see. Either way, 24 to 6 kills. I would love to tell you that the red team now has an opportunity to really go for it and do his thing, but I just don't think they have any opportunity to bring this one back. Nazeebo, he's at 137 stacks, so there's that. And then on top of that, of course, once that the 5-man is back to business, they can just rush it. They could rush the core, they could get Suljin on it whenever they want to. He's at 55 stacks now as well. But, yeah, tough times. Now, either way, they're trying to defend. I mean, they're covering all of the entrances now. Muradin has been stopping the top as much as he could the entire time here. So, with that said and done, down at the bottom, Makotzel Yeah, the infamous Junkrat flank is what he's trying to set up here. It's a bit of a slow process now. They're defending. I mean, it's 20 versus 20 at this point. So currently we have 56,000 damage from Nazeebo. He's the top damage dealer on the red team side. Has even overtaken Li Ming. Nobody is touching Suljin though. 67,000 for him. Off they go. There comes the spread with full-on volley. And Deckard Cain gets pushed straight towards the front. Riptide to the face. And that is the end of it. Trying to go for the Aegis here. Yep. Nice attacks. Suljin comes in. Nearly 60 stacks now, but of course they could at this point just right-click the core and they would win the game that way. Taking down Deckard Cain was a good first step. Now they go for Oriel. That's both of the supports gone. No more heals available. And that's going to be the end of game number 1 in the best of 5 series, everybody. The lead for Rospidol against Don't Tell Bishops here at the ARAM Cup. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2 in the grand final. And yep, we got quite the draft here. On the left in our ARAM tournament, we have Makotzel playing for Rospidol on Asmodan, Richu on Hogga, we got Ether on Ana, Bronek on Chromie, and Cesabos on Li Ming. They're all going to be fighting for Ana's nano boost, I can tell you that much already. Renella also playing Li Ming, he obviously playing for Don't Tell Bishops on the right side of the map. Darinushka on Zul, we got Miriala on Brightwing, Murenas on Kelthas, and Lopaka on Thrall. And him hesitating with his level 1 choice honestly makes me a little bit anxious. Dude, pick Trash Lightning. There's no other talent for Thrall in an ARAM. In an ARAM, there is no other choice. Thank God. Like, that was important. So yeah, this is the talent in ARAMs to take, nothing else. This is a really good example of things that most of the time don't make sense in a normal match. But in ARAMs, it is just an absolute given that you have to go for it. So, yeah, they're gonna get the first kill here. Hogga is dead. He gets eliminated. Hogga is gone. Renella, oh, gets hit, but survived. That's not survive. Bronek with the Chromie snipe. Nice. Really well done. Chromie with a perfect snipe here. That was an important one. It was exceptionally well executed. So, yeah, good for them. Can we do a little bit more over here? Mixed attacks are already slowly coming through. Lopaka, careful. Yeah, get damage in against Bronek too. But he was trying to move in on the side once again. Oh, big hits. Big hits against Kelthas over here. It's a mage battle. It is an absolute massive mage battle that we now get between the teams. It's nasty. I mean, it is really, really nasty. So they're totally crushing it here right now. And are trying to just murder everybody in their sights. One kill for one. Mages unleashing one cooldown rotation after another. With Thrall desperately trying to get some stacks together for himself here. Next move is already happening as they're getting camps. That's happening for both teams. And already they're starting to make a few more moves towards the red team. The red team's wall here. It's the first one that they're trying to get here. Hogga again, low, and died once more. So, Hogga is dead again. Same build, by the way, for the two Li Ming players. So both with Triumvirate and with the Force Armor here, given the strategies that are being played here. So, yeah, it's party time. They really try to follow up Chromie as well, as far as they possibly could. We're moving in quite a bit for that. Anything to... Oh, careful, my friend. Yep, Thrall is gone. Went a little bit too deep, got a stack. I'm not quite sure if that was really worth it. But that's an easy hit that they just got there. 2 kills to 2. And, well, let's see who is able to take the first fort out. I mean, at this point, it's a little... If you honestly, it feels a little bit like a slower game, just simply because everybody is just sitting there and is just whacking away with one combo after another, over and over again. But as is, we're now having 3 kills to 2. We're having slowly teams just like padding their stats a little bit. You have the stacks coming in for Kelthas, for Thrall, for Asmodan. I mean, it's pretty much what they're trying to do here currently. So, yeah. Get get their stuff together, get the stacks, try and get to a point where Asmodan, for example, is really unleashing his full potential. Is completing his level 1 quest, is working on the baseline a little bit further. So there's definitely a couple of things that they can do right now, but yeah, it's gonna get tricky. Either way, with level 7 already in their hands and Asmodan not quite stacking as quickly as I initially thought. Well, actually, it's not too bad. He's at 96, but 3.5 minutes in. That's not too shabby. So he's doing it. Calamity for Li Ming on the blue team side. On the red team side, we're getting instead of full orb build with Zay's Vengeance being picked up. Thrall is getting another stack here, so he's sitting at 9 now. Slowly starting to get a bit better on this. And the blue team is pulling ahead in experience. So they're actually now starting to do some serious work in XP, nearly a level ahead, which will benefit them a lot once that they have the level 10. And those hits keep coming. Boss goes down, Li Ming gets murdered. Yeah, Thrall already a menace, and he picked up a few more stacks in the process. Really nice for him, which is very quickly also going to help him, of course, to get to a point where he can poke everybody into oblivion and really prep those kills for the rest of the team, because that is essentially what they're going to try and do here. 5 kills, 2-3 right now, and yeah, a little bit more damage at the wall maybe. I mean, essentially the entire time it really looked like it would just be the team in in blue that would walk away with the first wall getting destroyed. We're not quite there yet. Getting close though to level 10, and I think so as soon as they're hitting level 10, they should really make the big play here. Come in, take the wall out. It's a bit of a battle over camps right now, more so than anything else. Everybody is still trying to get a few more kills in, but the red team is venturing way too deep for my liking. I think they're going to get punished for this. And there's already a kill against Brightwing, so Brightwing is gone, and I think it's not going to be the only one. Li Ming dead, yeah, 1 down, so at least they got that, but they lost Kalthas in the process, so it's still a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the blue team, who is in the lead here. Khaldor has started with bang into this grand final, and they're trying to do more as we speak right now. So we have 7 kills against 4. Another big hit is already coming. Level 10 versus level 10 now, as both of the teams have picked up heroic abilities. But this is where the Nano Boost comes into play. Now you got Nano Boost, and Nano Boost with 3 targets, so whatever the game situation is, you are going to be able to do a whole lot of work here, and this is going to be an issue for the red team. No choice made yet for... Well, there it is. Goes for Disintegrate. We get Disintegrate for the red team's Li Ming. Also interesting. See how much value they're gonna get out of that. The worry that I have is that once that you use Disintegrate, you're pretty much keying up Asmodan and Chromie for some extra damage. Oh, keying up damage, damn. Hogger has a Death Wish apparently, and it has been granted. So he's gone. They're trying to get the kill on the other side with an boosted Li Ming against Thrall. That didn't work out. And, well, Boss is in trouble, gets healed. Asmodan is dead. So is Hogger, so the red team is starting to pick up some kills for themselves, closing the gap in experience and also the kill gap. Not shabby. Not bad at all. Nicely done. I mean, again, not enough to really get massively ahead or anything or turn the tides on the blue team. But they are working still on Thrall. He has 9 stacks away. Once that he has that, it's going to make a lot of things easier. We have a lot of spreaded damage out from Kalthas. But Asmodan is done with his level 1 quest. He has now Black Pool, and just simply him taking out the minion waves is already a huge win. It makes it much harder for the red team to properly push in and destroy structures. So here he comes again, takes it out very quickly. Also helps, of course, significantly to get his stacks for the baseline. You don't have to. I mean, in an ARAM you always can go for the hero hits because it's much easier to hit heroes together, to hit 2, 3, 4 at a time. But you don't have to. You can still work through the minion waves, get those secured stacks there, and slow down your opponent's progress. Nice Thundering. Thrall is dead, but so is Chromie, and they get another kill. Thrall and Zul are both down. Easily taken. They want another kill, but they can't get Brightwing. They can certainly get damage onto the fort now. And they might even be able to kill Kalthas. No! Li Ming versus Li Ming! And there it is, the kill as Boss comes in and drops them. And gets another one! Here come the resets! Nicely done. Boss with big plays, big damage, big kills. 12-7 now. They take the fort out. That's the end of the fountain in the middle. And yep, Job well done. Awesome. Good stuff. Really good stuff from them. And opening up the wall comes, of course, also as a result of all the damage that they were able to dish out earlier. So, as we speak, we have them with some really sweet moves, trying to ensure that they are careful, that they are keeping up the momentum and getting a bit more damage done in the process. Chromie is gone again. So is that both of the Limings are popping off. I was actually complimenting Cesarboss earlier, who just now died after taking down Zul. But we also have Renella with some serious damage that he is spreading out here. So, yeah, the red team might not just be done yet. I honestly thought that they might not make it after all the momentum that was gathered up by the blue team. But currently, they're doing a bit better. 40,000 damage for Chromie, 34,000 for Cesarboss, blue team's Liming. Yeah. Renella on the red team side cannot really keep up with the damage. So, when it comes to the Liming battle, Cesarboss is clearly winning. But still, all in all, still some solid moves being made here. So, as is, we have now the next attack slowly coming down at the bottom of the map. Kelthas is down, Brightwing is down. They want more than that though, and they're aiming for Thrall. Lopaka! And, yep, he is going to get murdered. As we have still Liming against Liming, and Calamity wins. Yeah, in the direct battle, Calamity is just a better weapon. It is just what it is. Calamity in that situation is doing a lot for you, and this is something that Renella does not have accessible. Big leading experience now thanks to all the kills that they got, and they open up the wall and they go also for the keep. I still maintain that Azmodan, having him as an additional tool in the mix, is a massive, massive asset. Look at his siege damage alone that he contributes here, and you can really tell that there's a massive difference between how quickly the teams can push the lanes out and can also safeguard this. So, yeah, nicely done, and they are doing a great job now, poking away at the bottom, at the keep here, and hoping, of course, to win game number 2. Rospedol is fantastic in these ARAMs. Having that second veto is really helping them. So far, each team has only used one veto. But actually, no, I'm not quite sure that's true. I think only one veto in general has been used. I'm not quite sure who used it. So sorry, my bad. I have to follow up on that. By the way, another advantage is, yeah, glass cannon has been taken. So yes, Liming on the red team side can do more damage from afar, but she's also a lot more vulnerable to all of these hits. Thrall is still not done with his quest. That's another big problem. With him not completing the quest yet, they are lacking his Crash Lightning as a tool to just simply poke down the opponent. And this is a really important one, because once that you have it completed and it starts prioritizing heroes over anything else, no matter where you are, you can always get some damage in, and that tees things up for Liming to get a reset, for Kelthas to get some damage through. So it's really a problem that Thrall had such a tough time getting stacks together for his level 1 quest, or it might have been a bit easier for them to just gain momentum through these fights and get to that point. So, as is, the hits, they still keep coming over here. They're doing the best that they can, hoping, of course, to somehow bring this back. But with the level 20 now, and in particular Pride, this is a huge tool. Having Pride available is just massive, and it will I mean, yeah, if you're on the red team, you're afraid right now. Hits keep coming. Thrall able to get back. Yeah, zips out, but still, I don't see it. The hits that are coming from Azmodan alone are already way too tough to deal with, and then on top of that you have to watch out for Chromie and her damage, and you have to watch out for the rest of the team here. It is just looking way too difficult to get rid of all of that. They got a juke 6 days to Sunday. I mean, if they go full juke city and are able to dodge everything, then maybe Thrall is also about to complete his quest, so they have a chance to somehow bring this back. But Azmodan is easily taking the keep down from a distance. That's another huge advantage that you have with a style like this. And it is working nicely for them. So the keep is all gone. There's not even a fort that has been scratched yet on the side. Well, it's been scratched, but still. Fort is still totally fine on the blue team side. They got fountains everywhere. They got sustain. They got health. And there's the opportunity to now slowly take advantage of all of this and, yeah, claim victory in the game. So this is where they're essentially going to be headed now. Thrall looking, of course, again and again for Sundering as a flank tool. Still not done with the quest. There's no opportunities for him. There's nothing that he can actually hit at this point. So they gotta be real careful, and they gotta find something for him. Yeah, start working on that slowly. Phoenix is out once again, 18 to 13 on the kill count now. Thrall just one good connect, and he's going to have his poke tools. But instead, he gets targeted, gets nearly killed there again. Yeah, and it's Liming against Liming. Thrall is coming through. Asmodan is chipping in some extra damage and is saying hello. Rest of the team is starting to fall through. Hogger gets killed. That's a problem. Hogger getting killed as he aggroes in and nobody dying as a counter kill on the other side is a big issue. Liming now jumping, oh sorry, Brightwing jumping out because that might have even been a kill if Asmodan is able to connect that off. I gotta give credit to Don't Tell Bishops. They are doing a lot to stay alive here. I mean, they are fighting tooth and nail on this. They are doing whatever they can in order to... Wow, that was fantastic. What a nice move against Thrall. Thrall is dead, and that was so well played. Look at this. Li Ming... Check that out. We're going to replay that. Li Ming makes the play, and then Chromie follows up on it. Comes in, bam! Li Ming pushes him in, and Chromie is instantly there with her ult. Coordination between the two of them was absolutely on point in that situation, and it allowed them to get that easy kill against Thrall. So now 2 heroes are down on the red team, and the blue team is again in the driver's seat as they're pushing forward, hoping to get those hits in. Renella gets attacked and killed. He's gone. The core is now slowly taking damage. And with Asmodan in particular, being able to also attack it from a distance, that's another huge problem that they're facing off against. So yeah, it is tough. It's really tough for Don't Call Vicious to come back. They played a great game. They delayed it for much longer than I really thought they would be able to. But now with Zul dying, with Brightwing essentially being eliminated, and the rest of the team also falling apart, it is an absolute given that the blue team is going to take a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. They are crushing it. 30%, Kel'Thas down, 5-man team wipe as Rospiedol takes a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 series against Don't Tell Bishops. GG. Game number 3, it is match point, ladies and gentlemen. We have our third map in the best of 5 series. Match point between Rospiedol and Don't Tell Bishops. And over on the left side, it's Makotzel on Falstad for the blue team. We got Ether on Stukov, Bronek on Maiev, Cesabos on Rhaegar, and Richu on Diablo. Double support for them with Maiev at the front, and then on the side of Don't Tell Bishops, you have Renella on Hanzo. We got Darinushka on Varian, Lopaka on Alarak, Morenas on Toranda, and Miriala on Blaze. So all in all, pretty solid draft on both sides. I mean, maybe a little bit more whack for Rospiedol. They have 1 range damage dealer, and that's only Falstad. Double support though, to enable Maiev to go maybe a little bit deeper. And you have with Diablo a really nice bully tank. But a taunt into a jet propulsion stun as potential combos from Don't Tell Bishops. They are of course hoping to now start with a reverse sweep and slowly bring this game back. So time will tell if they can pull that off. But I'd lie if I'd neglect to mention that their blue team is pretty much on a roll right now. Kill for a kill though, Varian down and so is Rhaegar. So yeah, kill for each team at this point in time. And they are still continuing with the party over here, trying to ensure that they're pushing for that wall early on in the game. Definitely something that they could possibly do, but yeah, gonna be intrigued. I want to see what exactly they can pull off right now, what we could get for them. If the blue team can really go for that 3-0 victory and crown themselves the champion and lock in all of that sexy hot butter through cheese merch. Or if instead what we're gonna get is a glorious comeback attempt from their opponents. So yeah, that's one. So let's wait and see. Right now it's 2 kills to 1, nothing insane. But with Maiev in particular, if Maiev plays this well and takes advantage of the double support, I could definitely see that going pretty crazy pretty quickly. As it stands, we have 2 kills to 1, and the red team might be in trouble because Diablo goes in for Durand and takes her down. The rest of the team doesn't look too good either. Nice sadism for Lopaka this early in the game, but the problem for him is that he is super low. Doesn't have level 4 yet, but he already completed his level 1. Extended Lightning is done, which is big of course. Varian dies once again. It's 4 kills to 1 now with a 1 level lead already that they're running here. Yeah, it's getting a little bit dicey. Gets a bit difficult slowly for them here. So, as it stands, the blue team is the one that is really pushing it. They're the one that are a little bit more aggressive, a little bit farther out here, as they're hoping to make their play. On top of that now with a negatively charged, the stacks are slowly coming together for Alarak. It's going to be an absolute key component of the game that they're trying to play here. With Taunt ready, they can start to use these combos. Interesting how they're going to deal with Varian, because once the Taunt is in, the Jet Propulsion on Alarak follow-up, both of them could be absolutely deadly and will be used time and time again here, whenever they can. Diablo, then again, is opening up possibilities for them. In this case against Tyrande, she gets hit and killed. And Tyrande can be a massive liability in these fights if she doesn't position well. Neither did Maiev though, so it's a kill for a kill. But it's, again, the problem is still the same. Yes, they're trading kills occasionally, but we also have the entire fight playing out in front of the gate of the red team, which means that every time they're losing a hero, the pressure that is being applied results in them losing hit points on structures, and that has now resulted in the gate being destroyed. The towers are both very low already, so yeah, time's tough. 8 stacks for Alarak, really keeping an eye out for him. He needs to be the one to bring in the numbers later on. Hanzo can also follow up with stuns after level 10, so there's some real nice tools for them. But the Jet Propulsion misses, and that means that Miriala is immediately in trouble. Was hoping for a counter kill against Bronek on Maiev. Barely missed out on it. Barely. And Stukov nearly killed Varian now. Yeah, that was very close. That was actually pretty clutch. Varian saw the lurking arm, went into it, took damage, and then just barely moved away and was like, yeah, I don't think I'm welcome here. So, then again, we go for Dariushka, and Varian, the taunt, it's too late, he's down. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about it, because nearly every single hero actually on the red team side has a stun. They can unleash an incredible CC chain if they go for it, but it's difficult. It's really difficult, and so far it hasn't happened. Instead, they're losing Hanzo, they're losing Alarak, they're losing Blaze, and they're losing ground. So even though in a normal game that CC chain would be insane, but in this 5 versus 5 it's so difficult to properly flank in, and they're getting murdered. It's 12 kills to 2. Level 10 is ready, and that is going to be the end of the fort for sure. There's absolutely no saving it, is there? With level 10 ready for them, they can go for the barbecue play from Diablo and just go all out on that. Just burn them to a crisp. Times are tough for the red team. Fantastic performance on the other hand from Rospedol. There's the gust, but the taunt gets forced that he's still alive, and the Carrot of the Storm gets targeted and killed. Tyrande is gone. Yep. Maybe she should have dyed her hair green. Just makes her stand out more in a crowd, you know. If she just could blend in a little bit more, she might not become the target time and time again. But if she's just like bitching around and asking for the manager all the time, of course she's annoying people. And Diablo is one that is easily annoyed. He comes in and he just takes it out and bullies you. So you should try and stay under his radar, and Tyrande's definitely not doing that. Poking away with a couple of owls as well. I mean, it was bound to become a disaster. Now, the red team is always trying to come back in these and is always doing a great job with it. Now that they have level 10, they might be able to pull that off. I mean, that's the hope, of course. They have Hanzo's Arrow now. That is a big tool. They have Bunker, which is another thing that they can use here as well. So, let's see if they might have a chance. For now, their first fight with level 10 abilities doesn't go too well for them, but that arrow could turn things. Sesabos is low and gets murdered. Nice. That's Rega gone. They still have, for Stukov as a support, the double support strategy is so far still working out, and Tyrande gets targeted again, but at least they get Maiev this time. So Tyrande has now died 5 times, but oh, look at it. Hanzo from the side gets Stukov. They go for Diablo, but he is the only one that escapes here. Still, very, very close and clutch plays that we're getting from them now. I really like it. I mean, they are bringing it back. They're doing some serious work here. They're getting some damage connected. They're getting some kills. They're closing the experience gap slowly. Not completely, but again, one step at a time, one kill at a time. One set of XP that they're getting after another. As they're now hoping to also, of course, destroy at least the wall here. They still haven't lost their own fort. That's something that the blue team neglected to take out. But then again, we have level 13 talents as a bit of a lead, which now gives us also 8 hungers. So the range increase is ready. Yeah, there's the jet propulsion with the stun. Diablo zoning them fully out though. But it seems that Blaze might survive. He gets tethered for a second and forced into the bunker. is still able to get the way. Maybe not. Nah, Rega was hope. Oh, actually, Diablo's gonna get him now. Diablo and Falstad are all jumping in and are dropping him into the choke point. But that's also where we get a very quick Hanzo arrow. No follow-up on the damage, and instead Hanzo gets targeted by Maiev and taken down. So, Darinushka gets attacked as well and survives. Damn, the Ancestral comes out early too. Tyrande, not again, girl, and she gets dropped. Tyrande is gone once more. Kill after kill after kill. With 17 kills to 6, they're now pushing through the wall at the keep. Yep, it is tough. Tough times. What exactly can they do right now? 17 kills to 6, trying to catch up in experience. 16 isn't ready yet for the blue team, but they're on their way towards the next talent. And it is a big, big gap to bridge if nothing happens here. And instead of a 16 talent ban for such a long time, that would be quite nasty. So Gust is being used as they try to execute the combo again and go for all the CC. Instead, we have a tether into a lurking arm for a moment. Tyrande and Alarak are both dead. Alarak again losing sadism. He's sitting at 39 stacks now. Maiev, again, she dies quite a bit. I mean, she usually gets value for the team at least. By now, with level 16, they have another reason why they should stay here and siege up on the opponent, even though the defender's advantage is a nasty. But the follow-up from Stukov is there time and time again so quickly that in this case, Varian just didn't stand a chance. So he goes down. That's staggered deaths on the blue team, on the red team side. And they are working the hit points of the keep slowly down. So it is a tough gig. It is a very, very tough gig now. Arrow against the birdie. Falstad gets hit, but where's the damage? They can't follow up on it. They don't have the damage follow up for it just yet. And yeah, that is Blaze dying. Blaze gets killed. He's annihilated, and seems like Tyrande goes down too. Makotzel with really good damage on the side of Falstad. Alarak is dead, and oh my god, the entire team gets wiped. 5-man team wipe as they go for the keep itself, starting to take that on, and of course that leaves the core. Such a big lead for the team in blue right now, and it seems that they might just be able to end it here. This could be game. They're looking for victory in the tournament. The cage is already out. The core is at 50%. Rospiedol on their way to a 3-0 win in the ARAM tournament. They're deciding the whole thing in their favor, and we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. The champion, Rospiedol. They take the grand final with a 3-0 as Don't Tell Bishops comes in second place. GG and well played.